Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Rama Rama Rama. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada Krishna ki jai. Jai. Asociación Vaisnava ki jai. Jai. Jai, todas las glorias a Sri Guru y Sri Gauranga. All glories to all Vaishnavas. Hare Krishna, reverencias queridos devotos. Muchas gracias por reunirse hoy a este canto de las majarrondas y en especial a nuestra reunión de la Asociación Mundial Vaisnava. Hare Krishna, Davat Pranam to all the devotees that have come together today for the World Vaishnava Association meeting. I will give some instructions for getting the translation in every language. If someone wants to hear today's conference meeting in their own language, they have to go down to the three dots where it said more. You press there, then go to configuration, then go to subtitles and translations, then chooses the language, that in this case will be in English because the meeting is in English. Then where it says my language of subtitles, then have to choose the language of its subtitles you want. Then the translation, you press there, and you will be able to look at your translation and then show the subtitles if you want to see the original ones in English and then in your language. Otherwise, you don't have to press that one. Okay. Ahora voy a repetir las traducciones en español para aquellos que quieran escuchar, leer la traducción de la reunión de hoy en el idioma de cada uno. Vamos a la parte de abajo del Zoom, presionando la pantalla donde dice más y aparecen 3 puntos. Se presiona allí, después se va uno a configuración, que es el que parece un engranaje. Presionando ahí, se va uno hasta la última opción abajo, dice subtítulos y traducciones. Oprime ahí, dice el idioma que hablo, en que hablo, que en este caso vendría a ser el inglés, porque la reunión va a ser en inglés. Se selecciona el inglés y después a mano derecha arriba en la esquina dice guardar. Después dice mi idioma de subtítulos, que sería el idioma en el que uno quiere leer. En ese caso vendría a ser español. Y después tiene que habilitar el punto que dice traducción. Y entonces ahí ya podríamos tener acceso a la traducción de la reunión en español. Perfecto, para que todos puedan entender lo que se va a hablar en la reunión de hoy. Thank you very much to all the devotees who has joined for today's meeting. Today we have 2 main important topics, which are based on the Vaishnava calendar, the Panahati Dahi Mahotsav of Raghunath Das Goswami, and the other one that is based on our dialogue conversation idea. What is the role and status should Vaishnavas have in politics of different countries based on the worldwide situation with all the different kind of politic situation we are having in front of us. So it is also interesting to know what the Vaishnavas has to say on respect on this. So before starting, I will recite the Mangala Charan, and then we will keep going with our meeting of today. Bamdeham Sri Gurum Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrayitam Sahagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savatutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Sha Omagyanatimiram dasya gyanam jana salakaya Shakshurmilitam jane tasmai Shri Gurave namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Divya Gyana Pradayine Srimate Paramadvaiti Swamini Asirupine Saranagata Bhakti Vyashuddha Bhakti Vidaine Vishuddha Bhakti Siddham Tadaradara Nisevine Nama Krishna Parama Preshtaya Patita Vatsalatmane Dimala Tattva Diratma Harijanayate Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashkatya Deshatarine Devam Divyam Tanusuchanda Vadanam Balarkashirashitam Sandrananda Puratmadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyam Buddhim Shri Siddham Tanidim Subhakti Lashitam Sarasatvanambaram Vamditam Suvadharmat Ekasaranam Nyashishwaram Shridaram Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Tinamine Shivarshavana Videvi Daitaya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vigyana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhurjujala Premadya Sri Rupanuga Bhaktida Sri Gaura Karuna Shaktis Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shimurtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruda Pasidam Tadvam Taharine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Shakshad Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Shambhode Padam Bhujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Shakshidanandana Mine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virbhavamestvam Nirdeshta Sayana Priyaha Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jaganatayate Namaha Vamchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaevacha Patitanam Pavanevyo Vaishnavevyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagatitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Panchatatamagam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Sarupakam Bhakta Bhaktaram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Surata Upangor Mama Mangamatergati Matsarbasya Padam Bujo Radha Madam Muhanau Divya Vrindarania Kalpadrumada Siddha Srimad Radnagara Simhasanastau Srimad Radha Sriladeva Govinda Devau Prestalivihi Sevamanau Smarami Srimam Rasarasaram Vivam Shiva Tatatastita Karsambenu Sonair Gopir Gopinata Sriye Sriyestunaha Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishavanu Suti Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Om Vrindai Tulsi Devi Priyai Kisvasacha Krishna Bhakti Pradidevi Satyavati Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Ho. So now we are very happy to be in today's meeting in the presence of many great Vaishnavas. Today our main topics, as we already said, is what the position of the Vaishnavas in the different situations in politics of the world, of the different countries, and also the Panihati Festival, Raghunath Das Goswami Mahotsav with Dahi and Chira. And today we have the presence of great Vaishnavas like Srila Santo Maharaj, disciple of Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and also leader in the preaching in Brazil. Also, we have the presence of Bhaktivedanta Govinda Maharaj and Bhakti Alok Brahmadvaiti Maharaj, and probably other Vaishnavas will also join later. So I will request first to our Shanto Maharaj, that is right now in Brazil, to share with us some words about today's topic and any other topic he is inspired to talk about. Hare Krishna, Pranam Maharaj. Shanto Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Your microphone and video is off.
Hare
Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam.
Now they are
Can you hear me and see me?
Yes, now we can see you and hear you.
Oh, okay, that's good. Okay, right.
There are two topics, Maharaj.
Two topics, are they? What are the two topics?
One is about
Politics, yeah?
and the other one is
The others, what's the other topic?
you have to ask.
The Panihati Mahotsav of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, that today we are celebrating, the Dahi Chira festival. Yeah.
That's very good. So, yes, certainly that should go on. Yeah, as far as politics is concerned, I just had an animated discussion with Amrita here, expressing my opinion on this issue. I think definitely devotees should not get involved in politics. That's my opinion. Politics corrupts, and you don't achieve anything. You know, ultimately the decision's already made. You know. So when you get involved in politics, you're not going to achieve anything. You're just going to get frustrated and corrupted by the whole process if you're not strong enough, you know. If you're already involved in politics, that's another issue, you know. If you already have a position within the political arena, you know, and you happen to be a devotee, then that's, you know, fair enough. I mean, I knew there was one devotee in Manta, Radhika. She was already involved in politics, you know. So for her, it was her world. She was moving in that world and she knew how it functioned, you know. But as far as most people don't realize that politics is not a democratic process. It's not democratic, you know. They think we live in a democratic world, but we don't. You know, that's just a fact. The decision's already made, you know. And if you think you're going to change anything by getting involved in politics, then you're going to be disappointed and frustrated. So my answer to that issue is, if you're already involved, fair enough, you know, and you're a devotee, that's fair enough. You can carry your devotion into your political arena. But if you're not involved and you're thinking of getting involved because you think you can change something as a devotee, forget it. Just carry on with your sadhana and forget it. That's my opinion. All right. Is there anything else? And as far as the Chura ceremony is concerned, I think it should go on. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Okay. Anything else that needs to be addressed?
And there is a second topic, Maharaj, if you want to say something about it. The second topic that they have in the meeting.
Yeah. What was that? I can't
The
see
Panihati.
now.
The Panihati festival.
Yeah, very good. Nice. Should go on. Yeah, definitely.
Raghunath Das Goswami, where he distributed dahi and chira
That's right.
for all the devotees.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, should carry on. So it's a bit cold here in Brazil, so I'm a bit wrapped up. And yeah.
Maharaj, what do you think? For example, if there is some election in a country, should the devotees go for vote, or that's an individual decision, or
Well, I
do they
think
have any responsibility, any duty based
if you have
on the situation of the
voted,
country?
I mean, I've voted a couple of times when I was in England. One time I voted Labour, and another time I voted Green. But yeah, it's like, well, it's nothing, is it? It's one vote, what's it going to do? If you want to vote, cast your vote. But all the parties are corrupt. Even the Green Party, they say, oh, we want everything green. But then when you study it and you look more deeply into it, you realize it's just vicious people fighting amongst themselves. And very quickly, when they get into power, they shed their original intentions. As soon as they get into power, they immediately forget all the promises and all the intentions and all the things they said they were going to do, and they become like everybody else. So it's like politics is just a frustration, actually. But if you want to go down to the polling station and place your vote, well, do so. I mean, it's not going to make any difference, I don't think. That's my opinion, anyway. Yeah.
And even if it's not making any difference, uh, based on duty, on dharma, should we support any good idea, or because it's coming from corrupt people anyway, it doesn't matter at all? Like based on dharma, like maybe we are throwing the arrows maybe are doing anything, but what is our duty on these situations?
Well, it's not a particular issue, like, they're building a bridge over the River Jamuna or something like that. And we need some kind of like demonstration or something to stop the construction. Then I think, yeah, that's definitely a good project that devotees could get involved with. If there's a particular issue. But as I was saying, in general, we're talking in general, should devotees get involved in politics? And my opinion on that is, in general, no. Unless there's a particular issue that, is an important issue that it will make a difference, if people get involved, if lots of people get involved. And they did stop the construction of that bridge. But the pillar is still there. The pillars are still there. And, when they get round to it, maybe they'll finish the construction, isn't it? Oftentimes what happens with these things is you could stop it for a while, but because the government's already decided to do it, they'll stop and they'll wait, for a year or two, and they'll do it anyway. So it's like, again, it's very frustrating. Politics is a frustrating field. It's one of those fields where you really never achieve anything. And people approach, if you're an important politician, of course, people are going to approach you to support their particular cause, and they're going to offer you bribes, and they're going to offer you advantages, advantages of various kinds. And depending upon your strengths, you may or may not decide to accept some of these advantages, So you're going to get corrupted by the system. It'll corrupt you. There's no question about it. If you work in a slaughterhouse, you're surrounded by, blood and guts, So if you go into politics, you're surrounded by cheating and lying people. And even if you're a very honest person, it's very difficult to survive in that environment. Other people may have their opinions. That's fine. That's my opinion. I'm just expressing it. I know it maybe not be very palatable to some people. It's just my experience. I've become a little bit involved in politics when I was in England. I was, I kind of joined the Labour Party and became involved in the unionism, trade unions. And there's this idea that, yes, you can do something. We had a strike and we also went out. We didn't pay the poll tax, all of these things, you know. But with the poll tax thing, even though there were big demonstrations and, you know, at the end of the day, the government got what they wanted. You know, it's like we had to pay, you know, some way or another, you know. They got what they wanted. And our demonstrations, well, you know, they got on the television. We were on television, you know, but it didn't achieve very much. And everyone just got very angry and very frustrated, basically. Yeah. So I've had some experience with this.
And Maharaj, well, for example, in the case of Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he said, or at least we heard, that he wanted his devotees to be in the White House.
Yeah. Well, there was Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard is a devotee, you know. She's now exposing some of the corruption in American politics. Yeah, she's a really good girl, a very honest, straightforward person, you know. And she's deeply involved in the military, so she knows a lot, you know. But at the end of the day, if you're just one person like that, she's having to resign, isn't it? She has to resign because they say it's because her husband is ill or something. But at the end of the day, she's being forced to resign because she doesn't fit into that environment, you know. They have their plan, and Tulsi Gabbard just doesn't want to do that, so she has to go, you know. Good girl, you know, she's a good girl, Tulsi Gabbard, you know. And she's bringing to light many things. But at the end of the day, even her exposures are going to be suppressed, you know. The mainstream media is not going to tell you what Tulsi Gabbard is actually saying. You know, they'll give you some other story, you know.
Yeah. Well, and about the pillars of the Yamuna River in Vrindavan, the good news are that all those pillars are already removed.
They're going to remove them, are they?
Yeah, they are already removed, all of them.
They've been removed.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's great. That's fantastic. Yeah, yeah. I mean, my opinion about Vrindavan, really, I think what they should have done right from the very beginning is build a big car park just outside of Vrindavan. This would have been the best practice. Build a big car park, make people park their car and pay a fee and get out and walk, you know. That would have been the best strategy. Unfortunately, now Vrindavan is full of cars. I was in Vrindavan in 1975 with Paramadvaiti Maharaj, and there were no cars on the road. Fantastic, amazing. You can't imagine it. You could hear the peacocks, you know. So anyway, never mind. Now, it's largely our fault as Westerners, really, that Vrindavan is in the state it is. So, you know, we have to use our money now to try to rectify the situation, but it's going to be difficult because, you know, wherever money is, of course, a lot of people, greedy people come in, they want to have some of it. You know, that's the way it works. You know? So there we are. Radhi.
Jai Ho. Is there any question someone would like in this conference room to make any question to Srila Shanta Maharaj?
I think
about
what
this
Shantu
topic?
Maharaj said is very valuable about politics. It is such a cheating sphere, so unbelievable. There is no more freedom of speech practically. You put yourself in danger even if you say the truth. Tulsi Gabbard is an example of going out of her way, but as she makes the statement about COVID, she's also retiring from the post. So they cannot retaliate on her. By her statement, she declared that the COVID mafia is responsible for millions of dead people and harmed the whole world economy. So this is what this politics is all about. Cheating the innocent and poor by the rich to get more richer or something like that. Anyway, Shanto Maharaj is a very level-headed Vaisnava, and he's giving so wonderful instructions. I'm very happy to hear him here in the World Vaisnava Association Zoom talk. And I have a question for him. And that is, yes, Arjuna, he was a Kshatriya, he was a politician in a way, Yudhisthira was also, and they had to fight so many demons. But today, Lord Chaitanya movement is just different. We are not given bows and arrows by our guru. How would you explain that?
Well, as I said, if you're already involved in politics, that's already your world, isn't it? So you know that world. But politics is such a world that you have to know it very intimately to be able to be functional within that world, you know? You almost have to be born into it, really, to be able to understand it. If you're coming from the outside and you think, oh, I'm a devotee, I'm going to go into politics and make a change, then you're mistaken. You're going to be really disappointed. If, however, you're born into it and you understand the world, you know how it works and you know how to manipulate it, and you happen to be a devotee, that's a different matter. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Then it's your world, you know, and you can function within that world. You know how it works, but you've got to watch your back all the time because there's always someone ready to stick a knife in it. You know? So you've got to be really careful. Yeah, it's politics was bad in Krishna's time. You know, there was bad politics. If you read the Mahabharata, it was all about politics, wasn't it? People sticking knives in each other's backs. You know, today it's even worse. It's worse than that. Yeah, people eat each other alive. You know, so if you already know the game, by all means play it. You know. If you don't know the game and you think you're going to enter into it and make a change, forget it. That's my advice.
I also have a question based on that comment. It is said that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's let's say presentation or going with all the mridangas and the torches to Chankasi to protect the Sankirtan movement was actually the first civil movement revolution in India, in the history of India. So at some point Mahaprabhu got also involved in politics to protect the Sankirtan movement.
Well, Buddha was also a social reformer. I mean, what Buddha did really was he took the power away from the Brahmins. At his time, the Brahmins had kind of monopolized the religious world, and they were charging money, you know, for people to offer animal sacrifices. So Buddha kind of took the monopoly away from the Brahmins and said, you know, hey, you guys, you don't need to do all these animal sacrifices and things and follow these brahmanas. Follow me, you know, I'll give you an entrance into spirituality. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, even in his time, the Brahmins again had kind of, the smarter Brahmins had monopolized the religious world, you know. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brought it to the common people, you know. Like everyone can be a devotee. It doesn't matter what caste you come from or what, you know, what status of life you belong to. And yeah, it was almost like an attack on the Chankasi. And actually some devotees entered the garden of the Chankasi and they were pulling down trees and causing disturbance. And then I said, don't do that, isn't it? You know, don't do that, okay? This is a peaceful protest. We're not getting into violence here, you know? And then he sat down and had a long conversation with the Kasi himself and influenced him directly, yeah. So definitely, yeah, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a social reformer also, you know. In other words, he brought he brought the bhakti to everybody. He said everyone can be involved in this, not just the Brahmins. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Maharaj. We really appreciate your presence and comments today meeting. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much for allowing me to speak. Yeah. Sometimes
We are
I
very
wonder,
happy to hear you.
I think maybe, my words are not so palatable sometimes, but I have to be straightforward, because we all have a certain experience of things, We're living in very difficult times at the moment. It's very difficult, and things are getting more and more difficult. So, yeah.
What Maharaj is saying about Mahaprabhu being a social reformer, yeah, that is so true. By him quoting Kiba Vipra Kiba Nyasi Sudha Kenanai Se Krishna Tattvaveta Se Guru Hai. So by that he opens the whole world can come to Krishna consciousness. And he was successful even today. I am observing when I'm in India or anyway, that the deep
Can't hear.
Yes, something happened with his.
But as we go on and we keep, especially the World Vaisnava Association, is bringing this to a practical level that we can actually understand. Yes, we are one family by the grace of our superiors, by the grace of our Lord, not by any other qualification of our own. By our own, we are whatever we are, but by the grace from above, we are put on a level of being able to be part of a divine family. So Shanto Maharaj, I'm so happy you're in a farm in Brazil and sending this message from there with your lectures and everything. So I hope we get more of your association here, especially in the Zoom chats every last Saturday of the month. Hare Krishna.
Something more, yeah? No? Yeah. No.
I don't know if they heard. Say again, Maharaj.
What?
You have to speak again because the mic was off.
All right, okay.
But now it's there.
Can you hear me still?
Yes, now we
Yes.
can hear you, Maharaj.
Yeah, okay. Well, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was a fantastic example of a fully, you might say, worldly person, He was a magistrate, so that means he was involved in politics. And he worked for the British as well, so a lot of patriotic Indians, they felt that Bhaktivinoda Thakur was somewhat of a traitor, because he worked for the invader, So, but Bhaktivinoda Thakur shows that yes, you can get involved in politics if you can actually make a difference, The thing is, ultimately, we have to be honest about this. It's all Krishna's arrangement. And that if Krishna arranges for you to be involved in politics and, the Guru says, do it, then you have to do it, even if you like it or not. But you have to keep a spirit of detachment, obviously, because at the end of the day, it's going to be disappointing, but maybe you can achieve something. Bhaktivinoda Thakur achieved a lot because the British didn't want to be directly involved in the administration of the Jagannath Puri temple. So they appointed him to do the job, but he was a pure devotee, So, but also he was loyal to the British as well, and they were very satisfied with his work, There was the fact he arrested that kind of yogi, wasn't it? Yogi guy who was, he was planning an insurrection against the British. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur went in there with some police and arrested the guy, So the British were very pleased with him, because he was doing their work. But obviously he was actually really doing Krishna's work, isn't it? Yeah. Internally he was doing what his Chaitya Guru was instructing him to do. So we're living in this world, so Yukta Vairagya is the principle. And sometimes we have to go into dirty places, to do things that appear dirty. Even we have to cheat sometimes, because when you're amongst cheaters, sometimes you have to cheat. But the thing is, we have to do it with a pure heart, not for our own benefit, but for the benefit of everybody and under the instruction of the spiritual master. That's very important. Yeah. Yeah. Is that all right?
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Maharaj, for sharing all this nectar. We really appreciate it. Dandavat pranam to your lotus feet.
Radhe. Sorry, I look a bit wild, it's like been cold the last few days. We've just been trying to keep warm.
Jai Shanta Maharaj ki jai. Now I will request to our Bhaktivedanta Govinda Maharaj from Vrindavan now to share some words with us. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Mother Krishna Guru, and to Gurudeva, and Srila Sant Maharaj, and all of the devotee which is here. I give my Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Shri Guru Gauranga Bika Girisai Ji Radha Gopinath Radha Madan Mohan Radha Govinda Dev Ji ki jai. All glories
Jai.
to Srila Gurudev Om Vishnu Shri Srimad Bhakti Pramad Puri Vasai Maharaj Bhakti Rakho Srivadeva Vasai Maharaj Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, and all of associate, all of disciple of Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur. All glories to Gauriya Goshtipati Om Vishnu Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada. So today's topics is two topics is very good. About the politics. Just 2 days before, this is in Bengali, either I share just 2 months before government is changed in West Bengal. West Bengal is the birthplace of Gauriya Vaisnava, Gauriya Math, Ramakrishna Mission, Bharat Sevasam Sangha, and ISKCON. And the new chief minister, Srila Shubhendu Adhikari, he is a devotee from a devotee family, and they are actually the worshipper of Bhargava Bhima Shakti Peeth, where Bhima went there in Tamluk, in Tamalipta, where is the Vasughosh Samadhi, where Mahaprabhu stayed there. Even Krishna, on the time of Ashwamedh Yagya, Krishna is there because the king of Tamalipta, he keep the horse and he say, if Krishna come here, that I give. So he said, he announced that now West Bengal government or West Bengal state going on by the follow of thought and philosophy and thought of Bharat Sevasam Sangha, Ramakrishna Mission, ISKCON and Gauriya Math. So this is the good news, but actually politics not created by any normal person. The guru of politics is son of Maharshi Chanak, is Kautilya Chanakya. We are say Kautilya means Kudniti, bureaucracy, politics. He is the guru. He created the politics. Present world, many of country follow many of politicians, they follow the Chanakya's philosophy about the politics, Chanakya teaching about the politics. On the time of Chanakya, Sikandar Shah means Alexander, he is the student. And walk about 100 meters. Haribol, someone on the microphone, please off. Haribol.
Yes,
Oh,
Maharaj,
Madhava,
please keep going.
someone on the, okay,
Maharaj, please keep going.
okay. Then, and Kautilya Chanakya coming 2100 years before, more than 2100 years before. This time no fourth sampradaya. This time after Chanakya, after 700 years of Chanakya, the Shankaracharya born. And Chanakya is the one of the principal means teacher, acharya of Takshashila University. And Takshashila University is the place of proper politics. What is the politics? This is the created from Takshashila University. And Chanakya is the means dean, department in charge of politics and bureaucracy. So, if politics created by one sannyasi, present politics means the queen of the Egypt, the Cleopatra, she follow, Sikandar Shah, Alexander she follow, almost the main student of Chanakya is Chandragupta Maurya. Politics not for a specially caste. Oh, Brahmin can only do politics, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Vaidya, no. Anyone can join the politics. Like Maurya, the scheduled caste, there he joined the politics. He is the student and he is the king of the this time India from Spain to Japan, not a small India. And capital is Ujjaini. So at present, also Jagadguru Mahamandeleshwar, Nath Sampradaya, Gorakhnath Sampradaya, present Mahamandeleshwar Jagadguru, head of the Nath Sampradaya, Adityanath Jogi, is normally called name Jogi Adityanath. He is the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. And many of Vaisnava around the India, they are joined the politics. And maybe few MLA, few MP, they are Vaishnava. Means in Karnataka, I heard they have a Gaudiya Vaishnava from ISKCON. He is the member of Legislative Assembly. But when Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada meet with the first time, met with his spiritual master, Om Vishnu Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada, and say, this Hare Krishna, when Prabhupada teaching about the Hare Krishna revolution, Hare Krishna movement, this time he said, oh, now is British government, and I am a freedom fighter. Now necessary freedom fighting for freedom India, free India from British. And you said the Hare Krishna revolution, Hare Krishna movement. In this time, first make free India. Then Prabhupada said, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and the Gaudiya Vaishnavism, the four Sampradaya Vaishnavism, they don't care about who is the ruler. Like when Mahaprabhu born, this time totally India and Bengal, because India is separate kingdom and Bengal is separate. Sometime between them have fight, but the Indian emperor, they are respect Bengal because who is thinking Bengal today, tomorrow all over the world thinking this about this. So, on the time of Mahaprabhu, Bengal, undivided Bengal, means Bangladesh, Tripura, and West Bengal, and some part of Jharkhand, some part of Bihar is Bengal. Bengal and India is ruling by Muslims. Then British coming. Maybe one day British is in future British leave India. But Hare Krishna movement not stop. Gaudiya Vaishnavism movement never stop. On the time of, Prabhupada give an example, on the time of Jayadev Goswami, the Hindu king, Lakshman Sen is the ruler. Then come Pathan, then come Mughal, then the British. But Gaudiya Vaishnavism never stop. The movement never stop. The preaching never stop. So, on the time of when Mahaprabhu in Sri Jagannath Puri, the many of politicians join with the Mahaprabhu. One is Rai Ramananda. The main is Rai Ramananda. He is the governor of Karnataka and Andhra. He is the governor of Karnataka and Andhra. He is a great politician, but he joined with Mahaprabhu. And first, Mahaprabhu don't like to meet with the Putabrudra because the Sannyasi and Vaishnava, they have one rules, is forbidden for go to royal house, meet with the king. King may be coming. When Putabrudra listen this, Putabrudra coming with royal dress to Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu say, I don't like to meet. Mahaprabhu never not meet with Putabrudra. 2 times Putabrudra try, King Putabrudra try. 3rd time, by the suggestion of his friend and great politician Ramananda Rai Ramananda, he go with normal dress, but this is Mahaprabhu. Then meet with Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu say this, Tinadapi Sunichena Taru Pisvajnana Amarna Manovena Kirtanya Sadahari. The first verse of the Shikshastakam, he given to Putabrudra Dev. And Putabrudra Dev say, you are the shelter of Putabrudra. You are the supreme shelter of Putabrudra. You can save Putabrudra. Please mercy to me. Please accept me as your servant. Then Mahaprabhu accepted. Until now, maybe Gurudev remember, when we are went to Puri 2013 or 14 for the opening one of temple of Bhakti Vichar Vishnu Maharaj in Beharampur. Bhakti Vichar Vishnu Goswami Maharaj means the present Acharya of Sri Krishna Chaitanya mission. Srila Gurudev Om Vishnupad Bhakti Vaibhav Maharaj disciple. On this time, the renovation complete of the Siddha Bakul, very beautiful Siddha Bakul now. And we are invited there by the one of royal dancer of Jagannath, Narayan Pandey, and I forget the girl's name. They are invited us, and we are going there with the Odharja award, and we are want to give this Odharja award to the Mohanto Srinivas Babaji Maharaj. Is our friend, also being the mission friend, and Gauriya Vishnu friend, means Prabhupada fan. He is the fan of the Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And king is there. And our devotees want to look the king with the royal dress. But king come there as a kurta pajama white, no cap, and a chadar. I forget with dhoti. No, yes, with dhoti and kurta and with the chadar. And our devotee makes said, "Oh, this is the king. He is the present king, Maharaja Dhiraj, Dibbasinghadev." And Dibbasinghadev continue coming on the place of Mahaprabhu as like this. He's in royal dress. In Rathayatra time, he is in royal dress. Only when he enter in Jagannath temple every time with royal dress. But they are come as devotee. Because Potabrudra continue taking suggestion from Mahaprabhu, what he doing, how he ruling his kingdom. And we are so lucky, Srila King, we are say Srila because he is the devotee of Jagannath Dev. And only one king have Mangalarati to nighttime Sandharati doing to him. He is the Prataprudra. Sorry, he is the Dibbasinghadev, the king of the Puri, present king. And this is the parampara. So he went to, many times he went to Gurudev, Om Vishnuva Srila Srimad Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj first take suggestion. And until now, I look in 1997, also 2008 or 2009, I forget, Gurudev new temple, new Gopinath Gaudiya Math temple opened when inauguration in Sri Jagannath Puri. The king coming continue 3 days, and the stage, on the stage, we are keep one good chair. King said, no, we are not Maharaj. I am not Maharaj. Maharaj is them. They are Maharaj, means our sannyasis. So they are sitting on the chair, I sitting on the down, and Maharaj sitting, the king sitting in down, and say, and I know many of the king, now king almost finished, but many of the king, many of the chief minister, they are taking suggestion from the Vaisnava, from the like Shubhendu Odikai taken suggestion from ISKCON, from Gaudiya Math, from Bharaswara Sangha, Ramakrishna Mission, mainly from ISKCON. And he went to ISKCON, he went to Gaudiya Math. So we are not directly joined to politics. We are like bureaucrats. We are follow the Kautilya Chanakya. Kautilya Chanakya born before Jesus Christ. And the first calendar created by Chanakya, which calendar we are follow? Lunar calendar. I already said, this is the lunar calendar is the main calendar. Solar calendar, nothing. And the fire calendar is only for Parsis. But fire calendar have many of follow this. Means the solar calendar follow by eastern zone of the India, northeast, and the Orthodox Church. They follow the solar calendar. Lunar calendar follow by pure Sanatani. Every tithi coming on the lunar calendar. And lunar calendar have also politics. Inside of lunar calendar have politics. Which time is the good for war? This is also mentioned in lunar calendar. By the follow lunar calendar, Krishna starts the Kurukshetra war. So today's main topics is we can join politics. Yes, we can join politics as a minister, as a like advisor. So I think I taken a long time, but now the second topic is Panihati Chiradadu. Panihati chira dadi. First I say, why chira and dadi? In chap rice and yogurt and mango and banana and the gur muchelsa. Why? Good not from dates, from sugarcane. Why? Because this place, a lot of Jadav who care to cow, they are living. Means in this hot summer, now is so hot summer in India, in Vrindavan, so hot, so much hot summer. In this time, yogurt is the best food. And if you keep the milk make damage. If you transfer milk to yogurt, it's not damage. Continue 2 days you can keep without make hot. We are not make you not make hot, never. So on this place, this is I am so lucky. This is in Rar Bangla, and I am from Rar Bangla. So I know chap rice available there. We are eating. Normally we are eating chap rice, and this is the time of mango. They are in Ganga side, so sweet mango available there, and the banana garden also. Our Mother Krishna Prabhu, Gurudeva, everybody know the side of Ganga is the famous for good banana also. In Mayapur, in Babunpur have a lot of banana garden. So Panihati not far from Mayapur, not far from near of the Mahaprabhu's Guru's birthplace, means the Hali Shahar, Kachrapara, Hali Shahar, and they are available also the like rural mutual making. It's you maybe Madhav Krishna will look in Muzaffarnagar. They are also in Bengal. Also they are doing directly in the field, cutting the sugar cane, and from there make juice. From there make mutual. So these three are available now in this hot time. Better food is this mango, banana, chap rice, yogurt, and gur for cool your body, and save your stomach. So, and this is not in metal pot, clay pot. So, Mahaprabhu giving peacefully food to devotees. So Mahaprabhu said to Raghunath Das Goswami, we know the story. Every devotee will know the story. Why giving the danda? Danda means punishment. This is punishment festival. Danda Mahasab. This tree continue, which down of which tree Nityananda and Mahaprabhu stay. This tree continue in Panihati. This is side of Ganga. First, Mahaprabhu when giving the punishment to Raghunath Das Goswami, cross the Guru and go direct to the Lord is not good. Guru can bring to Lord. Guru can bring first, so the Jogomaya and pray to Jogomaya, means Radharani also, not Jogomaya, but the female power. Jogomaya, mainly Jogomaya. We are pray to Jogomaya, always we are pray to Jogomaya for open his hand, her hand, and show the giving us the Supreme Lord. So Jogomaya is the elder sister. So our the human nature, the elder sister always keep by hand on his lap. If brother have, then she keep. So our Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math and Gopinath Gaudiya Math system, when we are joining Rath Yatra or also join any festival of Jagannath Dev, also in Kirtan, we are saying Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra, Jai Jagannath, Jai Sudarshan. Someone say Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra. No. First Guru, then Jogomaya, then you enter in you can go to Krishna, means Jagannath. Mahaprabhu is the Jagannath, Sachal Jagannath. And Jagannath Dev who stay in temple is the Nishal, means he only stay there in Ratna Singhasan, jewel altar, and Mahaprabhu walking. So Mahaprabhu say, first go to Guru. Guru is Nityananda. And by the Guru Mercy, you can come. So this festival is a very good healthy festival. Mahaprabhu show us this food is healthy food for this season. And the Malsa Bhog, the clay pots bhoga system start from there. Like after 2 days is Sanjatra, and our Gauri's main Sanjatra festival in Chakda is is uh, this Chakda Jagadish Pandit Sipat under Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math, and on this day we are make Malsa Bhog. In Mayapur also many temple today make Malsa Bhog. Malsa, this clay pot we are called Malsa. And Malsa Bhog available there. Many of festival Malsa Bhog there. And Mahaprabhu make one of festival, Vaishnava Seva festival on there. Like they are making sometime festival in 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 Shantipur, in Sri Jagannath Puri, in Tamalit Vasudev Ghosh place. They are doing festival time to time. So this is also a teaching of Mahaprabhu, not take the spices food in this hot season, so hot summer. Not only hot summer, humidity is so much humidity. You see, before rainy season, this hot is so much hot. Gurudeva knows this. He stayed in Vrindavan. Now it's so hot. Today is so hot. And for hot season, this food is good with the clay pot. Clay, why not metal pot? Clay pot make more cool this food, more cool. In metal pot, this is the chira, dadi, mango, means the chap rice, mango, yogurt, banana, gur, and the sugarcane gur, which is very good for this season. It's make cool. Sometimes we take gur sharbat. In Bindakunj also we take gur sharbat. And in Bengal, I drink it when I am in my house. I drinking this. So this is also one teaching. This is not only the festival. So if anyone have any questions, Gurudeva or any devotee, you can ask me. Haribol Madhav Krishna Prabhu. If anyone have any question, you ask, please.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, if anyone has a question for Govinda Maharaj, please is the time. Thank you very much, Maharaj, for all your explanations with all details about all the different topics of how devotees can get involved in politics, until what point, and how would be the mind for doing it, and also for the
Haribol.
description of this beautiful festival.
Prabhu Madhava Krishna,
Yeah.
I forget to say one thing. Before Chanakya, we have a nice politician in Vaisnava, who is this Narada Muni, Naradiya Bhakti Sutra. Then come the Vidur. Vidur also great politician. And Vidur is like incarnation of the Krishna, we all know this. So Krishna is a great politician, he is accepted by the communist also. In Das capital, they are mentioned, and they say, I don't know, they are Mayavadi or Bhakti, but Narad say Vaishnava never accept any pain from anyone. So Narada direct said to Kamsa, you giving married your sister Devaki and you make a festival, but you know Devaki's number 8 shall kill you. This is also one politics. Same Ravana. Ravana, why are you doing this? Please, like Sita, please kidnap Sita because you are killed by Ram. You know, you are killed by Ram. Please kidnap Sita. The woman power is the female power is the main power for any of husband, any of woman, any of man. So politics, Naradiya Bhakti Sutra is a good book for politics and bureaucracy, and also Bidur Sutra, the philosophy of Bidur, then Chanakya. So, and Manu Samhita. Manu is the first king, actually. Manu Samhita. Manu also a very good devotee, but is politician also, bureaucrat. So, okay, Madhava Krishna, if anyone has any question, please.
Jai.
So, Madhava.
Bhaktivedanta Govinda Maharaj ki Jai. Looks like there is no questions, so thank you very much, Maharaj. I will then ask to our Tridandi Maharaj from Leticia, the Amazon area. Tridandi Maharaj, would you like to give some words in today's meeting?
No. Bueno, en español porque pues el inglés es difícil un poco para decirles. Pero bueno, pues yo hoy estoy acá en el restaurante. Ayer para mí fue Ekadasi porque pues olvidé el día del Ekadasi y estoy recuperándome. Para mañana, domingo, tenemos una invitación en el aeropuerto debido a que se está celebrando el año del yoga y resulta de que lo aplazamos para mañana por las elecciones presidenciales. Bueno, muy contento por estar en el Zoom hoy. Con todos los Vaisnavas y también la transmisión de este día tan especial. Aquí estoy en el canto de las rondas, terminando. Y bueno, felicitaciones a todos los devotos. Y bueno, Hare Krishna, no más.
Jai Maharaj, Hare Krishna. Muchas gracias por compartir. Then now I would like to ask to, let's see. Bhakti Alok Pramadvaiti Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. Would you like to share some words with us in today's meeting? Paramadvaiti Maharaj, Hare Krishna. Is there with Subal Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Look like they are busy now. Maharani Premalatika, would you like to share some words with us today?
Jai. Reverencias, Madhava Krishna Prabhu. Muchísimas gracias. Reverencias a mi maestro espiritual, y a todos los grandes Vaisnavas y Vaisnavis que están presentes. Bueno, este tema de la política, en realidad, las escrituras nos dicen que el gobernante supremo es Krishna. Entonces, el estado de los gobiernos de este momento y de la sociedad actual, podríamos decir que corresponden al estado de conciencia de Kali Yuga, una sociedad sin Dios, básicamente. Pero creo que eso no tiene que ver con la política. Tal vez lo que estoy diciendo sea disruptivo, porque la política tiene como un origen divino, ¿verdad? O sea, hemos visto también los gobiernos de Satya Yuga. La política está destinada para proteger el Dharma. Y el Vaisnava, antes que ser un miembro de un partido o de una ideología, es un servidor de Krishna y de todas las entidades vivientes. A mí siempre me llamó la atención porque Srila Prabhupada dijo que si cambia la conciencia de las personas, cambiará naturalmente su economía, su educación, cambiarán la política y cambiará toda la sociedad. Entonces, por eso él creó la revolución de la conciencia de Krishna, porque la política surge de un principio eterno, es decir, la necesidad de organizar la convivencia, el Dharma, de facilitar el progreso espiritual de los seres vivos. Y Krishna en el Bhagavad Gita dice, bajo mi supervisión, la naturaleza material actúa. Es decir, que nada en el universo funciona al azar, que existe una administración cósmica perfectamente organizada, que ningún gobernante es independiente, sino que todos están ocupando determinados roles. Entonces, bajo esta perspectiva, la política nunca ha sido el problema. Si el problema es la política sin Dios. Entonces, una sola persona como Srila Prabhupada, una sola alma íntegra, humilde, guiada por una misión eterna, por una misión superior, iluminada por la conciencia de Krishna, digamos, pudo ejercer un liderazgo y sigue ejerciendo un liderazgo tan elevado que puede transformar el mundo. Entonces, Swami Prabhupada decía, por ejemplo, que el movimiento de Sankirtan puede crear una atmósfera de Vaikunta incluso en Kali Yuga. Entonces, el entorno externo es Kali Yuga, pero si cambia la conciencia, se puede trascender las influencias de Kali Yuga. Y por eso la importancia de la presencia de los Vaisnavas y del movimiento del Harinama Sankirtana, que es la revolución política espiritual más grande que existe. Porque Krishna sigue siendo el controlador supremo. Su gobierno incluye permitir que opere la ley del karma y que nosotros aprendamos de nuestras propias decisiones, que cada pueblo aprenda de sus propias decisiones. Por eso se dice que cada pueblo tiene el gobierno que se merece. Es decir, el control de Krishna no anula la libertad y la contiene dentro de un orden superior que está siempre funcionando. Y finalmente quisiera nombrar las palabras de Srila Saraswati Thakura Prabhupada, que dice: no debemos contemplar la historia desde una perspectiva de los acontecimientos políticos, sino desde la perspectiva del plan de Krishna. Debemos aprender a ver el entorno desde el interés de Krishna y no desde nuestra apreciación relativa. Y bajo esa mirada, incluso la política deja de ser el centro de la historia y pasa a ser una de las muchas herramientas mediante las cuales la providencia divina desarrolla su plan para la evolución espiritual de todas las almas. Eso es lo que yo en mi corazón he recibido como una instrucción suprema de Krishna a través de los Vaisnavas y del ejemplo de todos los maestros espirituales del Guru Parampara, que no centrados en la política, sino en la revolución de la conciencia de Krishna, se puede transformar la conciencia de la sociedad en esta era. Jai. Madhava Krishna, muchas gracias por permitirme estas palabras y gracias por invitarnos mensualmente a estas tan importantes reuniones que nos dan el punto de vista de los grandes Vaisnavas. Muchas gracias.
Hare Krishna. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much, Maharani Premalatika, for your words, explanations, and point of view based on the Siddhanta of our Guru Varga, Guru Parampara. Thank you very much. It's always inspiring to hear the different devotees talking about these important topics. Today, Bhakti Prapantirtha Maharaj, who is our Vice President of World Vaisnava Association, has sent me some link, some short description of Panihati Festival. He couldn't join today's meeting because now he's on the way to Nepal in his preaching tour from Siliguri. So I will read what he has sent. This is coming also from the description of Srila Bhakti Rakshar Siddhar Dev Goswami Maharaj. Well, I will read part of it. It is mentioned like this. In Sri Bhakti Rakshak Divyavani, Sermons of the Guardian of Devotion, His Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti Rakshar Siddhar Dev Goswami Maharaj, explains that when Mahaprabhu went to Advaita Bhavan, Sri Advaita Acharya's homes in Shantipur have taken sannyas. Raghunath Das Goswami came seeking his lotus feet. When he saw Lord Gaurahari, the Lord of his heart, he became mad in love of Krishna. Srila Guru Maharaj says that Sripad Raghunath Das was the son of a wealthy landowner, but his heart was completely melted by Mahaprabhu's beauty and charming personality, his devotion and his teaching of devotion for Krishna. Mahaprabhu himself knew the heart of Sripad Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das would not leave the divine lotus feet of Mahaprabhu, but the Lord told him, "Go home, don't be over-enthusiastic, control yourself, keep your divine love for Krishna within your heart, and don't express it outwardly. Don't advertise it. Very soon, the time will come when Krishna will guide you. He will make a way for you. Don't allow any external show, but keep it within your heart. Compose yourself and go home. Don't be a madman." One reaches the shore of the material ocean gradually. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami narrates how inwardly Srila Raghunath Das was completely renounced even in his family life, but he kept his renunciation hidden and pleased his parents by acting like an ordinary businessman. In his heart, he was always feeling the burning pain of separation from his Lord. After 1 year, he tried to run to the shelter of Sriman Mahaprabhu, but his father caught him in a distant place and brought him back. Almost daily, Raghunath Das would run away from home. His father or his father's men would bring him back. His mother complained, "Our son has become mad. Just somehow keep him by biting him with ropes." But his father said, "Our son Raghunath has opulence like Indra, the heavenly king, and his wife is as beautiful as an angel. Yet these things cannot tie his mind down. How then can mere ropes bind him? How can keep home such a mat of Chaitanya Chandra?" Next day, Sri Raghunath Das went to receive the darshan of Srimad Nityananda in the village of Panihati in West Bengal. Lord Nityananda was sitting on a rock under a tree by the bank of the Ganges. The Lord appeared as effulgent as hundreds and thousands of rising suns. Many devotees sat surrounding him like rays of the sunlight. Seeing the divine influence of Lord Nityananda, Raghunath Das was overcome with spiritual emotion. Due to his extreme humility, he offered his Dandavat pranams from a distance. But the servants of Nityananda saw him and called out to the Lord, "There is Raghunath Das offering you obeisances." Hearing this, Lord Nitai said, "You are a thief. Now you have come to see me. Come here, come here. Today I shall punish you." The Lord called him, but Raghunath Das did not approach the Lord. The Lord forcibly caught him and placed his lotus feet upon Raghunath's head. Nityananda Prabhu's is the nature of very playful. He is also an ocean of sweet mercy. He said to Raghunath, "You are just like a thief. Instead of coming near, you stay away at a distant place. Now that I have captured you, I shall punish you." Lord Nityananda said to Raghunath, "Make a festival and feed all my associates yogurt and chipped rice." Hearing the instruction of Sri Dayal Nitai, Raghunath Das became very blissful. He immediately sent his own men to the village and purchased all kinds of eatables and bring them back. Raghunath brought chipped or flat rice, yogurt, milk, sweetmeats, sugar, bananas, and other delicious foods and placed them all around. As soon as they heard that there would be a festival, many brahmanas and other gentlemen began to arrive. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami noticed that there were innumerable people, so many that one was unable to count them, and the crowd continued to increase. Raghunath Das arranged to get more and more foodstuff from neighboring villages, and he bought several hundred large, round, earthen pots. In the larger pot of a Brahmana began soaking chipped rice from the satisfaction of Lord Nityananda. Some of the rice was mixed with yogurt and some was mixed with condensed milk. Then sugar, ghee, camphor, and a special type of banana known as champakalata were added. Nityananda Prabhu sat on a raised platform under a large banyan tree. The most important and intimate associates of the Lord, as well as other important men, sat on a circle on the platform around the Lord. Many more learned scholars, Brahmins, and priests arrived. Lord Nityananda honored them all and made them sit with him on the raised platform. Everyone was offered two earthen pots. In one was the flat rice with condensed milk, and in the other was the flat rice with yogurt. Then there was no more room on the platform. Many of the Brahmins went to the bank of the Ganges with their pots on flat rice. Others, who could not find place even on the bank, went into the pure water of the Ganges and began eating from the pots of rice. Raghava Pandit arrived and began to laugh with great surprise and amusement of the scene before him. Lord Chaitanya made Raghava Pandit sit down to eat two pots and said, "I belong to a community of coward boys, and therefore I generally have many coward associates with me. I am happy when we eat together in a picnic like this by the sandy bank of the river." When the chipped rice had been brought to everyone, Srimad Nityananda in meditation brought Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When Mahaprabhu arrived, he and Nityananda Prabhu walked through all the groups of eaters and observed how everyone was enjoying the flat rice with yogurt and condensed milk. From each and every pot, Lord Nityananda took one morsel of chipped rice and pushed it into the mouth of Mahaprabhu as a joke. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, also smiling to a morsel of food, pushed it into the mouth of Nityananda and laughed as he made him eat it. All the Vaishnavas stood to see the playful mood of Nityananda, but because they were unable to see Mahaprabhu, they could not understand his actions. Only a few devotees who were very fortunate were able to see the divine form of Mahaprabhu. In this way, the Lila continues, but we are hearing very nice nectarian description of this beautiful Lila. Okay, so I thank very much to all the devotees who have joined today's meeting. My Dandavat Pranam to all of you. Wish you all the best in your preaching and the development of your spiritual practices. Jai Panihati Mahotsav ki jai, Raghunath Das Goswami ki jai, and Gauranga Nityananda ki jai. Jai World Vaisnava Association, Vishwa Vaishnava Rajshava ki jai. Gaura Premanandi Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Haribol, Jai Madhava Krishna Yeho Ki Jai.
Si el Prabhu Chaitanya Lila quiere continuar un poquito la reunión con algunos devotos que hablan español, también entonces pueden continuar ahí un poquito. Yo debo retirarme en este momento. Muchas gracias, Chaitanya Lila Prabhu. Haribol.
Jai Prabhupada Krishna, Haribol.
Hare Krishna.
No sé, los devotos, si desean continuar, pues aquí estamos para